I'm here at last. I didn't have much sleep at all last night. I had to cancel my appointment because I just felt absolutely knackered. So, and my face is in need of a glow. So today it's definitely glowy products going on my face. So let's get started now. Now this is what's going to happen today, is I'm going to lose everything. Hello, whoever's joined me. I'm going to lose everything and I'm going to be a total mess, but we'll get through somehow. That's what I wanted, my foundation brush. Now, I don't know if you can see, but it is showing on my face that I've had, I think I went to sleep finally at 5:30, and of course I had to be up at 7:30 to get Jack all ready. And of course I had to be up at 7:30 to get Jack all ready for school. So I have been relaxing for the last hour, but I'm going to put on some of my MAC because MAC cuts it when I'm like that. So, but before I do that, gotta be Glowplexion. Sorry, but it's the only thing that will do. I am now addicted to this stuff. And they do sell it at Marks and Spencer's as well as Beauty in the Boutique, by the way. So you can pick it up when you're in M&S. But it does give you a lovely artificial glow when you're in dire need of a glow. Let me just put this other light on. It's so dark in here. I can't wait to move and have more options for... That's better. Oh dear. Looks like... No, it's not. It's just dark circles. So I got... And I've already put them... Can you see my eyelashes? I got the Cerac curlers. And boy, do they work. I'm just going to put a bit more of this under my eyes. Hi, Deborah. The Cerac curlers are great. They don't quite always grab the edge ones. But they definitely are a better shape for me. Because really the others would just grab in the middle. And they really curl. Can you see? They're actually hitting the top there. So when I put the mascara on, and I got myself, after all that, I came to the conclusion that all the drugstore ones are alike, and I wanted to get the YSL one. I was tempted though to get the Dior one, but maybe another time. Hi KJ, nice to see you there. So I just put on this Studio Glowplexion because I'm in need of a glow. And actually, I think I'm going to do a bit more of a glow because I'm definitely in need of a glow. So I'm just going to get my Flawless filter. Excuse me a second. Right. Oh. Flawless filter. I'm going to put that on underneath. Give me a bit more glow. I want lots and lots of glow. Lots of artificial. Oh, look, I've slept. If you haven't seen this video that I did a long time ago now, probably, I think it's when Virginia joined me. A couple of people that have stayed with me joined me. I had this idea one day. I had 1 hour sleep, and I decided to follow, because there was this craze at the time for following people's tutorials. And so I decided to follow Charlotte's, and I had my iPad on in the background, and she's going, darling, this will make you look glowing and whatever. And I'm sat there like with 1 hour's sleep. And my sister watched it and she was in hysterics looking back. It was just, it was a way of giving me a bit of energy and a bit of a laugh. But I followed this tutorial all the way through. Literally everything she used, down to like the mask at the beginning and the magic cream and you name it, I did it. Even at the end, I think she squirted herself with that Scent of a Dream, which I have, which is quite nice. And at the end of it, it did look pretty good, considering. Right. So what have you all been up to? I have got a new eyeshadow, which I'm dying to try, so I'm putting that on today. Which is, because I like burgundy, and I thought for Christmas, it's, what's it called? Shimmer and Glow. It's a Stila one, and it's in the shade Pigalle. Let me just show you on my wrist. I've already been testing it. But I just think it looks gorgeous. Look at that. I haven't put it on my eyes yet. It's literally only come about half an hour ago. So I want to put that on. So quite a simple eye look. You're all very quiet today. Right, I'm going to put my my foundation on. So good old MAC Pro Longwear waterproof. Doesn't let me down when I'm tired. I do like Charlotte's, but compared to MAC, MAC cuts it. Yeah, it will. I've got so much stuff in burgundy, Deborah, that because I just love it. It's burgundy, purple. I just love those shades, so I've got lots of clothes. Kiehl's, yes, I've tried their eye cream, which I liked actually, although I think it seemed quite expensive for the amount that you got. Yeah, well, I was thinking about it. I've got this lipstick that I haven't used for ages called Mama Cheetah, which is Colourpop. Do you want me to do burgundy lips? Look at that. Well, the other one I've got is a Guerlain one, which is... Okay, I'll do the burgundy. The other one I've got is Guerlain, but that's sort of more pinky. But I'll do burgundy. Now, where am I at with my face? I can't remember, but I'll put a bit more over the middle there. It does give me energy putting makeup on. Once I get going, I'll go, oh, let's try this and let's try that. And I haven't got any brow products by my side. The only reason I wasn't sure about whether to put burgundy lips on is because it's going to be quite burgundy on the eyes, and whether or not it's too much. But we shall see. We shall see. And it's definitely the season now for all the autumnal shades. Right. I think that's fine. That's me covered up nicely. Can't I? No. I know, and you know what? I've got Charlotte's palette out as well, in case I want to, and her palette of pops, in case I want to put a pop over it. So I've got quite a bit out. Berries and things, love it, yeah. And it's that time of year where you want to wear those kind of shades on your face as well. And on your body. I don't know whether this actually goes with it. I think I'd prefer it without, but I found this morning. I've forgotten I'd got it. But I've been doing a lot of clearing out because we're going to be moving next year. And I found this and thought, ooh, that goes with what I'm wearing. And I just stuck it on. Right, I'm just going in with some MAC Studio Fix foundation, which I have to put on with a fluffy brush, because if I put it on with a powder puff, it's slightly too warm. But it just counteracts the kind of yellow sallowness of the foundation, because, as I've explained before, I'm a little bit olive, but I'm not that olive. Yep, I'm moving out of London. We live, I mean, you can't see here, but honestly, if you saw it, I would never show you on camera, because we're just cramped. We're really cramped. It's like one big room and one bedroom, and yes, we share it. We've cordoned off Jack's bit, but it's really tiny. It's very central. So that's the advantage. It's literally, when people don't believe me when I tell them my postcode, which obviously I'm not going to tell you on here because it's a public forum, but it is incredible. You can't really get more central in London than where I live. But I need space, and I've been advised that I probably am going to more and more need, and I'm feeling it as well, need a wheelchair indoors over the next few years. And apart from the fact that I think Jack needs more space as well, I'm definitely going to need, there's no option for me to use a wheelchair in this flat. There's just not enough room. So, yeah, we're moving it out of London. And, I mean, the good thing is, because I'm moving out of London, I can afford to get something quite spacious for my money. So I'm looking forward to it. And I can't wait to show you guys once I'm going to have a beauty room. Now, do you know what? Everybody says that. I know, I can understand the thinking behind it. But actually, I don't want a bungalow. I've never liked the idea of sleeping on the ground floor. But also, what you find with a lot of bungalows and a lot of the smaller properties that we're looking at, is that the corridors are quite narrow, and then you've got galley kitchens and stuff like that. So I'm going for a 2-storey. There were some 3 stories, and they were definitely out. But I'm going for a 2-storey, but we're going to get either a stair lift or possibly a lift put in. I've been told that actually they're not that expensive now, and they take up less room than you think. So I might actually get a lift, and also they add to the value of your property. Right, I'm going to put on this eyeshadow. But no, I understand a lot of people said I should get a bungalow, but I've never been keen. Never been keen. But yeah, for the sake of the stairs, I agree. Probably would be easier. But I don't like making life easy for myself. No, I haven't put this on before, so I don't know whether to. Apparently, I've seen somebody doing a YouTube, and when you go to blend it in, it sort of mattifies. So I might build it up, because I want it to be more than mattified. I want it to look a bit like Charlotte's Colour Chameleon. But if I blend it in first, and then I can always add extra on my lids. Look at that. Even blended in, it's one of those, I think you've got options. You can put it on like that for the day and then top it up. Put on the other side and blend that in, and then I'm going to put on another layer and not blend it in as much on the lid. I reckon if you blended this in with your finger, it wouldn't blend out quite so much. The last few days, I've really been leaning towards using my Bronze Garnet Colour Chameleon. And then I saw this and thought, gotta have it. I really, really need to rein it in though. And I'm a bit worried because Black Friday's round the corner. I'm going to have to just not look at my phone. not look at my laptop. Because you know what will happen. I'll be buying Christmas presents for other people and then doing the one for them and one for me. Just put a bit under my eyes and then I shall lay it over it. Yes, I got the Today Special Value on QVC for myself. Last week. And I got the Christmas Advent Calendar, of course, which I did my live about. So the Today Special Value was Elemis. And you get a massive micellar water. You get the Pro Collagen Marine Cream and the Oxygenating Night Cream. Then you get a hand cream, a shower gel and a body cream that turns into oil in either frangipani or tonka bean and vanilla. And I've been smelling it this morning. I went for the tonka bean and vanilla, and yet I went on specifically to get frangipani and then changed my mind at the last minute. And I don't regret it because it smells gorgeous and very Christmassy. Right, let me just... I'm going to build this up. No, I haven't seen the L'Occitane one. You know what, Deborah, when you're saying about the almond, the thing is, I don't actually like almonds. I can't stand the taste of almonds. So the smell, it's sold out the M&M. Oh, do you know what? Where I live, in the city, because it is very, I suppose because there's lots of commuters, it's a massive Marks and Spencer's, and they've got loads and loads in the store. They said, when I went in, I said, oh, they're sold out online. They said, oh, are they? We've got hundreds here. It's worth having a shop around. Oh, it doesn't smell like almond. So does it smell a bit like this tonka bean Elemis thing? I might go and have a sniff. I don't know what it is about L'Occitane. I think I went in one day. To try out L'Occitane. I'd never tried it before. And I went in and I was tired and I picked something up. I can't even remember what it was. And I sprayed it. But the spray was pointing in the wrong place and I sprayed it right onto my face. And I hated the smell of it. And it was stuck with me all day. And I think that's what put me off. I have been intrigued to try some of their foot creams. Okay, well, Deborah, I trust your recommendation, so I would definitely go and have a sniff. Now, that one's gone a bit higher than the other one, but... I'm still blending this in, but I'm going to do more than that. I'm going to let it just sit right on my lids, I think. So that it's really like that. Oh, it's in the TSV. Oh, you're such a bad influence, Deborah. Okay, I'll have a look at it. I wonder if QVC are doing anything for Purple Tuesday. Yeah, oh, does she? Right, the question is, does CT do any Black Friday offers? The first year I started buying. No, it's all right. I don't mind, Deborah. I'm my own worst enemy. I don't need to be encouraged. The first year that Charlotte Tilbury, that I was actually buying from her, I bought the mystery box. I think I got all of them. Like, she did an offer on Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday. And I think I didn't get the Friday one. But I got the Saturday one and I got, oh, maybe not Sunday, but I got 2 or 3. And I got this mystery box and it said it's £150, but there is guaranteed to be something like £360 worth of stuff in it. I'm just letting that dry as I'm talking to you, because where I put it on thickly, it is good, but it still feels a bit wet. And it was good. It had a magic cream in it. It had a big size of a perfume. The only thing was that some of the smaller items are things that I don't think she sells a lot of. So there was a colour chameleon, but it was black, but it wasn't the sparkly black one. It was a plain black one. So it was like just like having a thick eyeliner. Rather, you know, why would I'd understand a rock and coal in black, but this was like a colour chameleon in just plain black. Which I've not really used that much. What else was there? I'm going to put a bit of something in the crease just to blend this out a bit. I'm just going to look at her palette. But I'm not going to use Confident Eyes. I could do, but it's more shimmer. In fact, it's very similar look. That's a shimmery one in Confident Eyes. I just want to use something to blend it out. Eyeshadow brush. So, yeah, she does do, and she did a set with colour chameleons, and some of them were like limited edition colours, and I was really miffed I didn't get it because they had like a lovely bright green in there, and so it's definitely worth watching out for her. I've put my name down on the list. If you go in and you put Black Friday deals, Charlotte Tilbury, it takes you to her website, and she says, would you like to hear about it? Does that work? Sort of, just about. I just wanted something to blend it out a bit more. It's a bit too orangey, isn't it? Still, I've got to do it on the other eye because otherwise it'll look weird. I'm surprised nobody's started a trend yet for odd lids, because there's lots of odd earrings at the moment. I tell you what, let me go over it with the matte shade of Confident Eyes. That'll be better. Yeah. Why didn't I think of that before? Oh, and I promised, I haven't got it, I know where it is. I promised to show, I forgot, Julianne, Ballroom Diva, my MAC brow pen, because she doesn't like putting anything too severe on her brows. So I will do that in a second. I don't know if you're here, Julianne, but give me a shout out if you are. Now, I got this in the set with this mascara. It came, so at the moment, by the way, if you're getting a high-end mascara, don't go in and just look for the mascara, because if you do, it'll just show you the mascara. Go in and put mascara sets, like in John Lewis or Selfridges, because all the Christmas sets, I got this. So it's the same price as just buying the mascara, and you get a small eye kohl as well, and an eye makeup remover. Where did I get the Colourpop from? Good question. I can't remember. Yeah, I know. I can't remember where I got it from. I definitely ordered it online. I'll have to look back and see. I'll look back at my orders and then I'll email you, Deborah. I really cannot remember. I must have searched it and someone did it. Yeah, I must have Googled Colourpop because I'd seen it and I liked the colour. But I'll look it up. Like, I'll go back and see, like, when I save, like, your order's been dispatched or whatever, and I'll see if I can find it. Because I don't tend to delete those. This is so black, this coal. It's great. So it already gives you a head start. Look at that. No, well, there definitely is, because I didn't pay customs on it. I wouldn't do that. I just, even if I really want something, I got stung once before buying something from Too Faced in the US, and it was in the sale. It was only a lipstick, and it said it, like, instead of £15, it was 9. Hi, Jackie. Yay. And then I got it with a huge customs bill, and it ended up costing me about £23. So I've never done that again. But there is definitely somewhere that sells it. Maybe Beauty Bay? No, maybe not. I can't. They definitely is somewhere that does it. Right, so I'm just doing this so that it's really going to bring those lashes out. And then I'm going to put my new... I've come to the conclusion that... I don't know what the Dean Baggett's saying, that drugstore, but if you think even the drugstore ones are now £9–10, and this is so much better. Right, this is YSL Volume Effect, but it's curling. And what you do is you put it on. You're supposed to put it on like this, so that, and then brush it. So I'm gonna just do this side here for a minute, and I'm doing the mascara face again. Now this isn't looking that impressive on the video, but it really, really is. Maybe it just needs... I should have put my code FFL on underneath. Silly me. See, look at where my lashes are. But that is also with the Surratt curlers. Let's do the other one, and I'll do underneath. It's not quite so easy to go underneath. I'm still not convinced about buying an under eye. There's so many mixed reviews. Yeah, I've come to that conclusion. Having, you know, doing the last live, I only bought those because you wanted me to test them out. But to be honest, apart from the respect to the La Roche one, which is very good for sensitive eyes, and it does separate them quite nicely. To be honest, I just felt like at the end of it, I just wanted to chuck them all out. I can't really give them to anyone. My sister doesn't wear mascara, and you really shouldn't even give it to family members' mascara because of eye hygiene. But I do think, and it reminds me, because I used to get Lancome. Now, can you see that? And then you just press that underneath, and it pushes it up. Like that. If you just press and hold it, it'll push it up. Because mine aren't actually that short. They're just straight. And once they're curled up, they're okay. They've gone a bit finer. There we go. Now let's just see if I can do this without getting it all over me. Yeah, I'm not... you see what? The thing about the Underlash mascara is... When I've looked at all the reviews and asked you all your opinions, obviously there's quite mixed reviews. And I'm just wondering whether it's just all about the wand. Because if it's all about the wand, then I've seen on Amazon you can get tiny wands. On Amazon you can get different types. You can even get these ones for really cheaply, like 100 wands for £3 or £4, depending on which ones. You can get straightforward ones for like 100 for £2, but I saw some that got 4 different types, and that they were about £4 or £5 for 100. And then you can use... I think it's about getting the brush for the underlash. It's not actually... I don't think there's anything magical about the formula. So I'll do a very quick second coat, but I don't want to clog it up too much. I quite like that flutteriness. There you are. And I do think the... Oh, it does it? I do think this coal is great. I mean, they know what to chuck into these gift sets, because it's... I've tried a load of black coals. I got the Marc Jacob one because everyone was raving about it. This is fantastic. It's really soft and really black. Really easy to put on that. And it just, I mean, if you've got a good black mascara on to start, black eyeliner on to start with, it's going to do the job for you, isn't it? Now, I don't think she's here, but I'm going to get it anyway, because she can look at this back. I did let her know that I was on, but I did say I was coming on at 12, so she's probably given up on me. But let me just get it. I think I know where it is. I'll be right back. Have a look at my messy background. Yeah, there we are. And also, I want to get... oh, my spoolie brush. Right. So, this is the brow pen. No, do you know what? I've given up with concealers, because I did that thing about all the new concealers. Just after I did it, Wayne Goss came out. Oh, wow, look at this concealer. I was thinking, for God's sake. I nearly swore then, but really. I mean, there's so many that have come out all at the same time. And it's a bit like the mascaras. When I was looking at them, they all say they're wow, they're dramatic, they're this. And there's so many that you just think... You're all saying exactly the same thing, so actually there's nothing to choose from. You've all said that they're all this and they're all that, and they all... And I bet you the concealer says it doesn't smudge, it lasts long, it's waterproof, it's this, that and the other. It is... Well, it's become expensive because they're all bringing out these high coverage concealers. Elf is a really good brand, by the way, if you want to try a good brand that isn't expensive. And NYX. Now, I'm going to show... So this brow pen... So this is the darkest one they do. This is in spiked. So this is for people with black brown hair. And for those of you that were saying, oh, I like the new brunette... this is my hair colour, apart from the grey. Well, that's my hair colour as well. It's going white, but my hair colour is naturally that colour. I just dye it, but I haven't been to the hairdressers for a while because I wanted to grow it. he was cutting it too short, and I want to get a bit more volume in and to get a bit more layering around the side. So I haven't been, and I haven't had it coloured. So what you're seeing is my colour. Now the reason I'm saying that is because I wanted to show you. Now this, sorry, I've got loads of swatches. This is the darkest colour that they do. This is a brow liner. Yeah, it goes, I'm never going to go grey. I'm like my mum. Going to go from nearly black hair to pure white. Can you see? And I found a white eyebrow the other day. But can you see how hair-like and fine that is? And can you see that it's not, that's the darkest one. So this isn't one to go for if you really like dark filled-in brows, but it looks really natural. So you see here where I've got, let me just zoom in a little bit. You see here where I've got a bit of sparseness, a lot of sparseness, just in this corner. I can go in. I'm trying to get myself in there so you can see it. I can go in and paint that. Sorry, I've normally got in a better position, but I wanted you to see it. And it just gives me hair-like strokes that just look like my brow. Can you see that? So you can just go in and fill it in. And that's because I was doing it in a weird way. But that once that dries, I can just blend that out anyway. You literally just brush it in. This is MAC. So it's called MAC Shape and Shade Brow Tint. Okay, now the reason it's called Shape and Shade is that it's got this pen on one side, which I'll just carry on here, because also it ends a bit short there. That's better. I've got myself in a better position now. So just brush it in the way that the hair grows. Now, if you get to the end and you think, yeah, but it's still... No, I haven't, Deborah, no. I haven't done anything like that to my brows. It wasn't till about 3 years ago, probably even 2, that I actually started doing anything to my brows because they were thick and black. I never used to use brow products at all. But now they're starting to thin out a bit. I have. Now, the other side, is it any good then? I think my sister's considering... Oh, you did it yourself. Wow. My sister's considering microblading. Hope she doesn't mind me telling people that. Sorry, sis. On the other side is this. And it's like a sponge. So if you need to fill in, you've got that on the other side, which is, there's powder in there, and you dip it in, and then you can fill in using that. But actually, with mine, once I've done the hairs, I don't want to do that because it looks so natural. I suppose it depends on how much you need to fill in. So if I go in here, so this is for Julianne if she tunes in later on. If you get one in a light shade, it is not going to make you look like you've got... She said that brow products make her, no matter what the colour, make her look like she's got black soot on her eyebrows. And she's got fair brows. If you get the lightest colour in this, they've got some really light colours. As I said, this is the darkest shade, and look at that. So it's not going to make you look like you've got black soot. And then I just extend that one down there. The only thing, that one is so much thicker than that one. It always bugs me. I know that they're sisters, but these ones seem to be half-sisters. I always say they've got different parents or even stepsisters. Yeah, Fling, that was it. There's Fling and there's another one for Grey as well. Fling and... I can't remember. But those are the two I was suggesting to her. So then if you get to the end and you think, yeah, oh, but I just want to blend, you know, where I had that bit there, you just then give it another little brush and it'll blend in a bit more. And they look natural. Pixie Woo, Sam uses this a lot. And she doesn't use the shade end. I do sometimes use the shade end. If I show you a little bit. Let me show you just a little bit. And then I'll get onto the lipstick. If I just fill in the end bit there, you can see what that bit looks like. But then I kind of think that defeats the object because it blurs out all the hairs that you've just drawn in. That's why I don't like to use it. But it is a really good pen. The only thing is with all pens, it's really annoying. You have to keep doing that because any pen, it goes against gravity. And so after a while, it stops running and you have to point the pen down. But it is really good. And I think that's probably the best natural brow product. Now, to the lips. I just need a lip liner. And I did get my lip liners out. Where did I put them? I keep my lip liners in a box that my Trini stack items came in. Because it just doesn't, it's maddening. It doesn't fit anything else. But I thought, oh, I'll put my lip liners in there. Now, I need probably Savage Rose or Walk of Shame. Could use Walk of Shame. Where's Savage Rose? That's Crazy in Love. Possibly. Where's Savage Rose gone? There you are. Yeah. Right. I've got... Right. Where's the lipstick gone? There it is. So here's the lipstick. I'm just deciding on the lip liner to use with it. Hello, Linda. Linda, I bet you like this mascara better on me, don't you? This one's Yves Saint Laurent, the curling mascara. Look at that. Right, I've just blended that out a bit because otherwise it looks too dark. But I wanted to just see which lip liner to use. So that one is Crazy in Love. This one is Walk of Shame. And this one is Savage Rose. They actually are long. Not really long, but they are quite long anyway. But because they grow, some of them actually curl into my eyes and the others just grow straight out so you can't see them. But when you lift them, you can see that they're not actually that short. I think there's not much in it, is there? I think I'll go for Savage Rose, though. It's lovely, isn't it? This is Stila Shimmer and Glow in Pigalle. I was looking to see if they had this because they got some sets for Christmas that have got 3 or 4 different ones in the sets, but they haven't got Pigalle in a set that I could see. They've got a brown one in the set and I really wanted Pigalle. And if you've got Stars in Your Eyes palette, it will really go with confident eyes. I just use the matte shade from Confident Eyes in the crease. And I might play a bit more with the eyes in a minute. Let me fill this in a bit. Just lightly. Oh, bye, KJ. Catch you soon. Thank you for joining me. Am I shouting? I am, aren't I? Sorry, guys. It's because I trained as a singer. And we were taught to project to our audience. But my audience isn't in the room. They're in virtual land. And I forget. Right, that doesn't... It's not going to go, but it's a good... The colour lip liner I used was Savage Rose. The reason I thought that one would work the best is it came in the Vintage Vamp set. It's the one that goes with Vintage Vamp. So I know that one is quite a burgundy colour. Right, here we go with Colourpop. And I will get you the details of where I ordered it. And I will post it below. I haven't really gone that evenly, but never mind. I have a feeling I'm going to need to blend this out a bit. Because otherwise I can hear my mum saying, I need to take your pulse. Do you know what? As you're writing comments, I'm using the camera to put the lipstick on, and as you're writing comments, it's covering up my lips. It is very vampy. It's all right, you can comment. I'll just... a bit dark. Now I remember why I haven't used it a lot. But... don't worry. Have no fear. With makeup, you can always correct it. Why not? As I've got this girl on, put this over the top. Aha! Now we're getting somewhere. This is Guerlain number 78, and it is a cerise colour. But over the top of that, I knew it was going to just take the heat off it a bit. And give you the look of a bit more of an ombre. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It was too black blue. Yeah, it was too black blue before. It was too much. Now, let's see what happens if I... Now, that definitely goes with my top, doesn't it? Now, oh, I said I was going to do something else with the eyes, but I haven't done anything to my cheeks yet. Let me do something to my... Now, I got out, because I don't know whether I've shown you this before, if I can find it. I've just put everything around me, and when I've got... It is a bad day. It is a red lip day, to use code, because I don't like to moan. Red lip day and bad sleep day. I got out this blusher. Now, where is it? Because I wanted to show you the blush. Did I put it away? I bet you I put it away. I probably got it out and then... Oh, no, there it is. I've seen it. I've seen it. Milani baked blushes. These are really reasonable on Amazon. I think, Deborah, you got one of these, haven't you? Or two? I bet you have. But this one is Coralina. And it comes with it actually, for the price, it's really amazing. It comes with a little mirror and a brush, which I've never used. I mean, I would if I was out, but it's not really one I'm going to use that much. But this one will work nicely, I think. Oh, you haven't got one at them. Okay, these, you know what got me to try one of these? Wayne Goss was showing his makeup kit, and I think it was the cheapest thing that he had in there. Like, because I priced them all up, what he said he carries around in his kit, and he's always talking about Milani blushes. And when I looked on Amazon, I thought, that can't be right. But actually, they are really affordable. I think this was about £9. Yeah, so this is like, probably a dupe then for the Laura Geller ones. But can you see it's got the little gold specks in it as well? And they do look beautiful on. Right. Let me just add a little bit more dimension to my eyes. See, this is when my family will come in and I'll say I'm feeling terrible today. And they go, oh, but you look at you. Yeah, these are definitely cheaper then. Have a look. Amazon have got these. Definitely. Amazon seem to be... I'm sometimes a bit wary of Amazon because sometimes they have counterfeit stuff. And don't get eyeliners from them. There's so many times I've got eyeliners that are the top's missing or they look like they've been used or... No. But this was sealed. It was actually sealed together, so I knew that no one had used it. Ugh. I got Starlight out instead of Supersonic Girl. I wanted Supersonic Girl. That's because I got them mixed up. Why did they have to both start with S? She does it deliberately to confuse me, I reckon. Yeah, she sits down and says, what's going to confuse that woman that's always reviewing my products? Right, that's tongue-in-cheek, by the way. I'm really not a narcissist. Right, here we go. Palette of Pops. I don't know. Let me see something. Oh, that might work, yes. I'm going to put this one on. In the middle. No, it doesn't show up, does it? Let me just put a dab on that side. It sort of gives it an extra dimension, but... Of course, Charlotte's... Pop shade from Vintage Vamp would show up nicely. What about this one? But let me just try this one. I'm going to go for the lightest one in this palette of Pops. This one, Deborah, I prefer this one because I like plums and burgundies. It's just personal preference. I think if you like cool shades, then you'll love the other one. But I tend to lean more towards purples and reds and golds. I just prefer them. So, yeah, I definitely prefer I definitely prefer this. This isn't doing what I wanted it to do. I'm going to get Vintage Vamp, sorry. I wanted to put a pot in the middle, but it just doesn't work with this eyeshadow. 1 second. It will with Vintage Vamp. Definitely. Got all my palettes in front of me here. Ah, there we go. Vintage Vamp. The very first palette I owned from Charlotte Tilbury. And I'm going to put that gold on, because that will definitely work. I'm just going to put it in the centre. It just needs to warm up a bit. I think because this eyeshadow dries down, it dries down really well, which is good because it's going to last. That means it's not going to budge, but it's not helping anything stick to it. Normally, if you put a cream eyeshadow on, then the pot would stick on top. But this isn't actually... Oh. No, it's probably better without, to be honest, but I just wanted to play. It's not... It's... If that was cream, or it was still tacky, then that would have worked, but it doesn't really. I would just leave it without. There you are. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the clear one. Or the, you know that one that Daniel recommended? That's really good. I definitely recommend that. And you get a lot of product. It lasts a long time. It's called Carla Fix Potion. It's like, tell you what it looks like when it arrives. If you ever bought, I think they still do it, you know, in Body Shop, the elderflower eye gel from the Body Shop, it looks like a pot of that. And I think it's 12. I can't remember now. It's no more than 16, but I think it's 12. But it's a big pot, and you only need a tiny amount. It's really, like, I put far too much on the first time I used it, and it was just too wet. But it just helps anything, you know, fix to it. You know what? I tell you what. Let me get it. Let me just get it, and then I'll finish off. I know where it is. I've got everything around me. I know where it is. And I've had an idea. I've had a wacky idea, because I can always take this off when I've finished. Although I don't want to now. I've had a little wacky idea. I tell you what I haven't used yet. I bought some of those holiday pigments from MAC, and I haven't used them yet. But I'm not going to get them now because they are way over the other side of the room. And this is this Fix Potion, so you can see, look, it looks just like elderflower eye gel. And I'm just going to dot a bit of that in the centre. And I'm not even going to go back with Charlotte's, because I have another plan. I have another cunning plan. I got some samples with my order for the eyelash curlers. And there's this perfume. I got a sample of perfume. When I first put it on, I thought, ooh, it smelled like, I don't know, sort of greenery. But now that that's died off, it actually smells quite nice. And you're going to ask me what it is, and I don't know because it's buried under this lot. But I'm not going to tell you what I'm about to do. I'm just going to do it and hope it works. And if it works, I'll tell you what it is. And if it doesn't work, I'll say I'm not telling you. This could be quite messy and it could be a big mistake. But hopefully not. I'll just be very careful. What is that now? Right, and then I'll blend it in with the other finger. This is a MAC pigment, and you can get this in a miniature. And wait for Black Friday, because they'll take 10% off on John Lewis, and you'll get it for £9. It's called Kitschmas. And you only need, to be honest, there's no point buying the full size of these pigments, because unless you're a touring makeup artist, there's no way you're going to get through a whole bottle of pigment, because the amount that you need, I literally just dab the top there and just put it on the end of my finger, and I've hardly caused a dent in it, and I've used this a lot and it still looks full. So sorry, I just couldn't help but play. You probably don't like that. It was probably best left as it was. But if I go back and I can build up a bit more the other colour. I'm playing, you see. I'm definitely playing. Do you get like this? Oh, you like it? It's a bit too blue toned, isn't it? It doesn't, no, it doesn't. As well, if you put, you need to, the thing is with the pigments, yes, it would if you just put it on like that. But you do need to put it on over something. Now, what Pixie Woo does, and I do it a lot, is she puts it on, like, she'll use something like a colour chameleon. It doesn't have to be a colour chameleon. Any cheap eyeshadow stick, right? Because you don't, if you're going to just cover it, it doesn't matter. But an eyeshadow stick, like that kind of texture, swipe that over your eyes, blend that in, and then press the pigment on with your fingers, and then it will stay put. If you don't even try putting it on with a brush, because it'll go everywhere. And if you do, then I would definitely don't do your foundation first. If you want to put it on with a small detail brush or something, definitely don't put your foundation on. Do that afterwards, because it will go everywhere. And I've lost the eyeshadow, and I wanted to go around it again and just blend it in a bit more. I've got so many things stuck out here. Where are you? Come on. You're here somewhere. You're looking at me. You're staring at me. I know you are. Nope. I'll find it when I go off air. I just had it a minute ago. It's so annoying when that happens. I've probably gone and put it back in some other box or something. I just wanted to put a bit more around the edges so that it blended it in a bit better. There it is, look, right next to the camera. Because the thing is that once the pigment sticks, it sticks. So it's, the difficulty is blending it in. So you're better getting the cream then and going round it with the cream to blend it. But they are good. So yeah, Colour Chameleon or anything like the primer that you said, something that's going to make it stick, and then press it on. Just don't put it on with a fluffy brush. I'm probably stating the obvious, but it is literally that loose that if you do that, it will just go everywhere and it won't stay on. You need to press it onto a cream, and that's why I put that Carla Fix. And just remember, with pigments, definitely less is more. You literally, look, I've had this and I have used it a lot. And you can see that it's still nearly full to the brim, because when I go in, I literally just dip my finger, and even then I will press some off into the lid, because it's just so, let me just show you. This is going to go everywhere now, but if I do that on there, on my finger, if I can find a space left on my hand, it is just really pigmented. You really, once that's on top of a cream, well, you can see, if you wanted something to pop, just get a pigment. I've got a burgundy one somewhere, but as I said, I just couldn't be bothered to go and get it. I've got like a rosy one, which would have looked even better. But that kind of gives it a bit more of a pop, doesn't it? Now, I'll finish off with a bit of bronzer and a bit of highlighter, and that's me done. Has anyone got any questions or things they want to say? I hope Julianne gets to watch this so she can see that brow product. And I am now a bit of a convert to the Hourglass. What I do at the end is I use it and then I put MAC Fix Plus over, and it brings it out. It brings out the kind of illumination, and it looks really beautiful on the skin. I meant to tell you, Deborah, because at first I just wasn't sure. Oh, thank you, Linda. I look forward to doing them. I really do. I'm just putting some MAC bronzer on. This is their bronzing kit thing. For light to medium skin. So you've got different shades. You can mix and match a bit. There's a peachy one there as well, which I often put over there because it'll cancel out a bit of that muddiness. I do. So let me show you. So what I do at the end, I'll just put that on for now. What I do is, let me get it. I've got that down here as well. I try and get everything in reach when I'm doing these. So what I do is I get the oh, I've forgotten the name of it. This one. I'll get this one first, and I'll put that over my entire face. And then I get the darker one, as you said, and put it round the side. And you think, not sure. But as soon as I put the MAC Fix Plus on it, so I'm being really lazy using the same brush and squeezing it together. I'll put a bit here. And then, oh, thank you. That's such a lovely thing to say. Thank you so much. Well, to be honest, I like interacting with you guys. I enjoy it more than doing the other ones. Obviously, then you can edit it and decide what you're going to talk about and structure it more. But I quite like the interaction. Now, if I've done that now and then I spray it and let the MAC Fix Plus dry, and that's when you see it. It looks, I'm not actually, I sort of half squeeze this because otherwise it comes out in blobs. So it's only a little bit. It's not a huge amount. But when that sinks in, you'll see. So what that does, so the powder that I've just put on is this ambient lighting palette. And it's got very slight kind of, it's not shimmer, but it's illuminating. But it's very difficult to see sometimes. And if you've got a lot of powder on your face, it's just going to look powdery, right? And not very flattering, especially on older skin. But if you wait for this to actually dry down, what it does is it'll bring out all the things that you've put, all the powders that have got a bit of luminosity to them. So like this blusher has got a bit of luminosity to it. It's actually going to bring that out and take that powdery look off your face. So it's just, it'll give you that naturally glowing look, and it'll take the look of powderiness off your skin. Can you see? Now? Can you see the shine? But it's not shiny, greasy shine. It's just brought out the powder, the luminosity that was in the powder. But I just found that when I put it on and didn't do that, I couldn't see it. So that's me. I've got to go off now and, oh, hello, Mia. I don't think I've seen you on a live before. Hi. Somebody else. Sorry, Linda, you just said something and I missed it. Beautiful, thank you for sharing. I saw some like that in Superdrug. What, you mean the spray? Any spray, to be quite honest, MAC Fix Plus is good, but you could use water in a spray bottle if you want, or you can make your own. There's nothing magical. Yeah, there's nothing magical in this, right? It's just that the water, it's like, you know, if you've got highlighter, if you've got a highlighter and you mix it with water, it's going to shimmer more. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're all so lovely to me. Thank you. If you put it and you mix it with water, it'll bring the shimmer out. So what the Fix Plus is doing is it's adding water to it to bring the shimmer out in it. So yeah, I mean, you've got to be careful. Get a fine spray mist. But it doesn't have to be MAC Fix Plus. The only makeup setting spray that I think Wayne has said this and I agree with him. The only one that actually does make your makeup stay on longer is the Urban Decay All Nighter, which is made by Skindinavia, and they do their own. Thank you, Mimi. Other than that, the others are all kind of, they add water to bring out the shimmer in your powder products. That's what they're doing. They're not really going to make them last longer, although they often say that they do. But you can make up your own, setting mist if you want. Just, I'm sure if you go online, I wouldn't like to suggest things to you that might not, but I'm sure like the matte one's got lavender in. Now whether it's got essential oil of lavender or what it's got in it, I don't know. And obviously you've got to be careful because you're going near your eyes. But even just a spray bottle with water in it or mineral water, you know, make your own Evian spray, because that's all Evian spray is. You know, you can get those sprays of Evian spray. That's all it is Evian water in a pressurized container. So yeah, don't worry too much about. I do like MAC Fix Plus, just because I do, but you really don't. Body Shop have got one, a spray. Superdrug have got a spray. Yeah, definitely. You don't need to. You know, there's things that you don't need to spend money on, and there's things. I think the mascara is one of the things that I will spend money on from now on, because yeah, and you like this, it does work well. If you go onto her website, she does a lot of glitters, and I think that's why she's come up with this, because it mixes really well. Thank you. I just feel confident in burgundy, you see. And that's what I've always said to everyone, is if you particularly like a colour, don't ask, oh, do you think that'll suit my eyes? Do you think that will work with my complexion? because if you really like the colour, you'll carry it off. So I really love burgundy. It makes me feel confident. I'm wearing burgundy. It makes me feel confident. Therefore, I will carry it off. So if you like a particular colour, forget all the rules, because the main thing is that you will carry it off with confidence. Thank you. Oh, I'm going to get a big head. Right. Anybody got any questions before I go? Because I'm going to have to get going. I've got to go and pick up a prescription. But thankfully, if I drilled a hole in the floor, the pharmacy is there. I feel like knocking and saying, "Oi, send it up, will you?" Because I really don't want to go out. And they haven't got a step-free entrance. But it is a step-free, but it's got a really nasty little bobble to get over, and I always get stuck. So I have to park it outside and walk in, and I really don't want to do that today. But I might just go and deliberately get stuck because somebody will help me over the bump. That's how I feel today. I don't feel like they should. Look, you know, by the way, everybody watching today is Purple Tuesday. So it's good that I've got this eyeshadow on and the hairbands, not deliberate. Today is Purple Tuesday, and actually it was Daniel Sandler that told me about this. And there's a programme on which is going on now, which is I'm going to watch later on Radio 4 about disability access to shops. And yeah, BBC News. So all day they're asking consumers to think about access to their shops. Now, I'm not one to name and shame, and I'm still not going to name and shame that awful company that I think some of you have worked it out from little hints I've given along the way, of that awful company that really were awful to me. But I am going to say this morning, and I may have had some comments, but I put up a post last night on Instagram, and I tagged as many makeup companies as I could think of in it, saying, please take a moment to think about access to your makeup shops. Tomorrow is the day. It doesn't matter if you've got an online shop, you can do little things that make a big difference. You'll be surprised about the custom that you'll get, blah de blah de blah de blah. And one company so far has liked the comment, and you know who that is going to be, don't you? Yeah, Daniel. And probably at some point today, Beauty and the Boutique will, and the rest of them, nothing. And I would say, I mean, I went through all the makeup I had and thought, right, Benefit, Becca, Chanel, Dior, and I've probably named I've tagged about 40 companies, and not even just press a like button. Don't even have to comment. So there's a long way to go. I just think there's an assumption that I don't think it's conscious, but I think there's a subconscious assumption that we're not the market. The doors are narrow, the aisles are narrow, so you can't get round. MAC is terrible for that. Like, you cannot get round, and people are leaning over you to look at products, and you just feel like you're in the way. I mean, I don't know, I don't care, I just do it. But when I was feeling a bit low earlier on, when I started using the scooter, I just wanted to turn around and go. I nearly ripped the door off a MAC store. I nearly ripped the door off a MAC store because I went in and it wasn't wide enough. And it looked wide enough, but my armrests go out slightly wider than the scooter. And as I went in, I basically rammed the door, and the security guard came running over. They don't dare tell me because I give it them back. I'm sure you do as well, Linda. But it was like, oh, no, I definitely got an escort out of there. But it's not nice. I mean, I laugh about it because you have to, but really, stores could do better, a lot better. I gave an example. I won't name names, but you'll probably work it out. I gave an example of one store where they don't have step-free access. So they were very helpful going to get the ramp. But the ramp was in the basement, so it took them 5 minutes to run downstairs, go and get the ramp, by which time not only am I sitting outside in the cold, but, you know, you just want to wander into a shop inconspicuously. You don't want to sit there while some woman who looked like she'd never put up this ramp before was struggling with the security guard to put the ramp there. It should be by the door. Even if it's not there, it should be by the door, ready to be used. But it just made me feel like they don't get very many people that need the ramp in here. And that immediately kind of puts you off. And I'm not going to say who that was, but I don't, because I just don't believe in, I'm the sort of person that, I mean, I could use this black platform to slag off all the people that have really annoyed me, you know, but I just don't think that's helpful. What I want to do is use this platform to try and bring about a positive change. And if people recognise themselves, they say, oh, that was me, I'm going to do something about it. That's what I want, because I think using it in any other way just encourages more negativity, and then there'll be people coming on going, why are you always moaning? You know, you get 3% of people on YouTube that are going to be horrible. Luckily, none of you are. But there's always a few. And I just don't want to encourage that negativity. Anyway, I'm babbling on and I have got to go now. But thank you so much for joining me. And I hope you've enjoyed today's look. And I will see you soon, later on in the week. Carry on leaving your comments. And I will certainly respond. You know I respond to all of them. But have a great day and see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye, Linda.